Hello, everybody, and welcome to Expansion Network. This is episode number 74 of the Ask Julius Show. Welcome, everybody, from all the different sides or corners of the world of this Earthship, because we have people in Asia, we have people in Europe, we have people in all of the Americas. So thank you so much for being here today. Amazing show again, for sure. The 74th. Yes, it's unbelievable when we started back then. And, we started this as an experiment. And it's an incredible experiment because we are gathering and gathering more people and new people every single week. Welcome, all of you. This is Angel broadcasting live as every single Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the Ask Julius Show. And always, of course, with Kasey and Julius, because Kasey channels Julius and their group of entities, this incredible group of entities that has so much wisdom and shares that wisdom with us every single day. In this show, what we do is we actually ask questions to Julius through Kasey. All right, so I think the last time I made such an explanation, Kasey, was probably maybe like 20 episodes ago. And from time to time, it's good when you are broadcasting that you explain everybody what we do here and not just jumping into the questions, right? And Kasey is in the east side of the U.S., so we're both, I'm in Central, she's Eastern, and we are all super excited because we have so much fun in this show, and our audience, as I said, is spread all over our Earthship. Go ahead, Kasey. For some reason, I need to talk today. What's going on?
You're great. No, I agree. We put out courses and classes with Julius every month. In fact, we do something out for everybody with Julius every week. If you go to our website, you can check that out. But just like you said, Angel, I sometimes forget at the beginning of a class to explain that I'm channeling Julius. We get new people in on these classes all the time. And although it does say on the website, that is the occurrence, sometimes people, they're just tuning in, don't understand all of that. So yeah, it has been an extraordinary journey of being the conduit for Julius, the Ascended Masters group Julius. And it used to be when I channeled that there was quite a conversion from my personality self into Julius's personality self. And so there was very little doubt that there was a form of channeling going on. But thankfully, over the years, my energy has grown to become very used to Julius. So it's a much more seamless transition. So yeah, somebody might just think I'm, a smarty pants or a know-it-all, right? When they tune into the show, not realizing that I got a whole lot of help, that's coming through. So thank you for mentioning that for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And as you were talking, obviously, well, two things were happening. The first one is our audience was already so excited to start, saying things and saying hello and how much we love them and how much they love us. So I was just sharing those comments here. Mama Wales saying, "Hello, everyone." Deline saying, "Hi, Mama Wales." Angel Wings, Amanda, "Hi, everyone. Much love and light to you all," from Amanda. And then Greg, "Hi, Greg. Great to see you again here. Hello, everyone. Amazing to be here with such an amazing group." Absolutely. And then Stacy Savage, saying hello. Karen T saying hello, all from Ohio. And then Michelle Brooks saying hello, everyone. Happy to see you. Kasey and Angel, Mama Wales, hello. Haha, Mahai Mom, Deline, Hilda B. Hello, everyone. Beautiful souls, love and light. They were really eager to share their feelings and their whereabouts today. So what else? Let me see. Our production team, who is back on track. Welcome, everyone. So grateful to be here with you all. Much love. And then Charity Thornton, Facebook wasn't loading the show. Glad I tried here. Hi, everyone. And then the Princess of Light in Spanish. Hello, divine beings. How beautiful it is to see you again. And then what else? Okay, so I have to make sure I'm not telling you the questions yet. Hi, Karen, Dayton, Ohio here. Another fellow Ohioan. All right. So again, our audience is always super excited. And actually, you know what? Today that we are, as basically our audience, all these people and many other that are already connected, they always ask questions. And then, those questions are questions related to literally anything. And and Kasey channels Julius, and then we have all those incredible answers. And as Kasey just said, she's not the know-it-all. It's there's someone else behind, which is a group of entities called Julius. But today I wanted to do something which is not on a schedule, and that's why I really like to break the schedule. So I'm going to show it anyway. All right. So I'm going to show something that we have been working on for a while, and it wasn't on a schedule, but I'm going to show it, which is if you go to channelingjulius.com, guess what's going to happen? What's going to happen is that, and nobody's expecting it. Okay, so let's share screen share, window, here it is. All right, so our website is online. There it is, channelingjulius.com. We had been announcing this for a long time. Channeling Julius is here. It's a beautiful page. Look at that. Look at those eyes. You can even see the face of the photographer in that picture, Kasey, by the way.
Wow.
Isn't
Yeah.
it? So I was randomly I went to this page now because we have been talking for a long time. And, it's a beautiful page. I don't know if the download is ready or not, but, it's a beautiful page. We have here actually,
He's got it.
yes, we have here Gabrielle Spencer, with whom we did a series of interviews as well. Who's here? Well, there we go. Congratulations, Kasey, for having the channel. this is a lot of effort. This is a big, massive endeavor. This is not something that you do in 1 week or 2 weeks. This is I wouldn't say a life of work, but it's many months of work, and finally it's here. So channelingjulius.com is live. Anything, obviously, Kasey, go ahead. Anything you would like to add?
I can't get into too much detail as to what's taking place right now because there's some legal stuff going on, and my team is the most amazing team that anybody could have. An Angel, that includes you. And the way that my team has maneuvered to protect Julius, to protect the opportunity for people to receive Julius through me is nothing short of miraculous. And this new website is included in what they have done together for me. So it is a paramount effort to continue things for everybody, and all is well. And thank you for showing the launching of the new website. So we hope everybody will check it out and enjoy it as we continue on this evolutionary pathway and game with all of you with so much love and so much enthusiasm. So thank you, Angel, for bringing that up for everybody to take a look at. We are well on our way, and there is nothing left to do but to continue to be the extraordinary beings that we are. So thank all of you for checking out that website, and throw some likes towards Sue. Would you please, Sue, at support at channelingjulius.com. She does amazing work for me.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that. And more, greetings here. Hey, Kasey, Julius, and everyone from Australia. All right. I'm not sure if his name is, hold on a second. Oh, we have Jacqueline DeGrasse here. Exactly. Texas. More questions. And Angel Wings, Amanda, it's so exciting to know this tribe is spread far and wide across the world. You bet, Amanda, you bet. Amazing. Look at that. It's nonstop. Our audience is on fire today. Let me tell you. Yes. And then Sue saying, yes, the download gift works. So there's a gift on that website. So for everybody to know, okay, there's a gift. It's connect and access a free Julius audio download of how to tell if something is true. That's interesting. How to tell if something is true. How to tell if something is true. Okay, so again, if you go to channelingjulius.com, on the first, homepage, in the homepage, you will see that scrolling down, and just under the Kasey's picture, you can download this free audio from Julius, how to tell if something is true. That's amazing. That's great. I will definitely make sure I go there afterwards, because I'm really curious about this audio from Julius. Okay, so you go to the new website, channelingjulius.com, and you can download that. All right, look at that. We have intuitive conversations with Christine and Renee here as well. And then we have Robin saying, hi, all, beautiful photo. Okay, yes, absolutely. All right. And Sylvia saying, awesome. Love the new website. So happy for you guys and this new beginning. You bet. Oh my God. We have everybody, all the heavy hitters are in the house today. We have to be careful about what we ask. Well, thank God, obviously. No, about what we answer. Well, it's not us, thank God, who answers. So it's Julius. So we are safe there too. So we're going to start with the questions, okay? So again, thank you so much, everybody, for your patience today. We're starting a little bit like doing some homework and some housekeeping, but sometimes it's necessary. Let's start with the first question that, according to my information, comes from Hilda B., the one and only. When we upgrade the perspective of an experience of a parallel lifetime, does that parallel lifetime branches off to a different timeline or storyline?
Yeah. So here's how timelines generally work, Master. When you are faced with a decision in your life, could be a massive decision, could be, some would say, not so massive decisions. Anytime you make a decision in your life that could definitively change your life or make a difference, and you make that choice, the other option also is created. Because manifestation, you basically can't turn manifestation off. Okay. We have always said, be careful what you are thinking about because you are always manifesting. And unfortunately, this also includes the things that you are afraid of, the things that you are stressed about, and the things that you are worried about. It has long been said that once you contemplate something for 2 to 3 minutes, it's launched. It's launched somewhere. Okay. So as you grow your consciousness, you become extraordinarily mindful of your state for which you are thinking and processing thought, making sure that anything that drops into your wheelhouse has an attachment fuel of emotion, of love, and high frequency possibility, knowing that all of those options are going to live somewhere in a form of an existence that provides an opportunity for you to walk through that experience and know yourself as source. This is extremely mindful application of awareness, which is where all of you are growing to as you reawaken and remember that you are source. But unfortunately, along the way, your altered ego is governing you so much that if you really want to know all the stuff that you worry about and you've launched it into living and existing somewhere, bummer. Now, ultimately, all is well because, well, there really is the only moment of now, and you can't lose when it comes to knowing yourself as source. But getting back to her question, as you are traversing along, knowing yourself as source, and you are raising your consciousness, your decision making starts to increase in its vibration, and you are continuing to launch for a never-ending, ongoing aspect, new timelines with you involved in it. So it's the same process as you go along and you make decisions, but your decision making is a higher vibration than the higher vibration version. Branch off is what occurs. Now, there really is no previous or next because time is an illusion. And this gets really mind-bending, Masters, and we understand that it is, but we're going to tell you this. Your vibration is not separate from any other vibration, let alone the vibration that is an echoing effect or fractalized version of what you perceive to be your singular and separate self. So yes, energy is always intermingling with itself, providing opportunity, providing inspiration. However, you cannot override your level of consciousness anywhere. That is the job of each fractalized version of you to progress in your conscious journey. You don't get to bypass that. You don't get to sit back and say, oh, I don't need to do anything here because there's some version of myself out there that's doing all the work. It doesn't work that way. Okay? It doesn't. What happens is when you raise your consciousness here in this timeline, you can get an echoing effect to other concurrent aspects of yourself as a ping of inspiration for you to raise and work on your consciousness there. But it does not fix your consciousness there. Otherwise, you wouldn't have fractaled out your own self in a never-ending, ongoing aspect of infinite possibilities, which can never be counted in all that you are, masters, because you are exponential in your existence. So please don't be lazy about your conscious journey. It's up to you to work yourself through it. But at the same time, as you grow, it is nice that you are inspiring the all, which is exactly where you guys all get inspired to continue your journeys from.
Excellent. Thank you so much. What a question. I loved the answer. I'm sure that Hilda will loved it as well. And I'm sure that there's going to be a follow-up question knowing Hilda well. Thank you so much, Hilda, as usual. We love your questions and we love everybody else's questions as well. Okay, so the new question from We Are All in This Together. Hi, guys. Kasey, you have said there was a spiritual war that now is over. What entities, planets, or energies were involved? That's We Are All in This Together question.
Well, masters, more than you could ever imagine. So there's far more going on the Earthship and in the Earthship than you could imagine. The beings come and go. They come and go. So we would tell you initially that it would include anybody in your galaxy, okay? Because this is a spaceport. Your Earthship is a spaceport, and it's open to all intergalactic travel of beings that touch down on the Earthship or decide to stay for a while. But there's intergalactic travel as well. There really is. It's really easier to look at it as the differentiation between low and high frequency, master. Low and high frequency, for that really is the battle. There are no customized identifying markers that are the only ones doing this. For energy attracts energy, both directions, which is amazing. So please try to keep in mind it's a negotiation between low frequency and high frequency is what's taking place.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm just, I have to confess, that doesn't happen very often, but I was completely distracted by the chat. And it's not because of the question, it's because there was an ongoing conversation. And it was a very interesting conversation. Actually, I'm going to share it because it's fun also. So we are all in this together saying, we are divine source beings in human ships. I love you all. Thank you for being you. Hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses. And then let me see. And then she goes, why can't I stop creating? She goes, and someone else goes, is it normal to be attracted? No, this question was too funny. So basically they were getting entrenched into a conversation about creating and the capabilities that we all have of basically create reality and create our own realities. And, Behad Fakar was also asking a lot of questions. I'm trying to catch up with all of them and to make sure that, all the questions have have a place here for us in this show. All right, so let's go back to the list of questions. The next question comes from Charity Thornton, and that's the question. Julius, I'm not sure if you remember my nephew that I had told you all about. His name is King, and he asked me to ask you all, how can he unlock his DNA? Looking forward to your response. How can he unlock his DNA?
Well, we have just launched a procedure on how to awaken the dormant spiral helix strand. So we're not sure what you're referring to as far as DNA goes. So let us tell you what we mean. Humans have been led to believe that they have a singular spiral helix that has a certain amount of cross strands on it. And for a very long time, there have been practitioners that talk about dormant cross strands on this helix spiral and or damaged ones or trash ones. So usually when a practitioner is talking about a DNA upgrade, they're talking about working on that singular double spiral helix with cross strands. You can do anything that you want to raise your frequency and to activate a healthy vibrational environment to help support a double strand helix DNA. We have just launched information, as you know, that you've been lied to, and humans actually have 3 of them, and you definitively need help to initiate the quantum and plasma energy to help peel off what has covered up those 2 strands. Currently, there isn't anybody walking on the Earthship that can do that by themselves right now, mostly because they just don't know how it works. And quite frankly, if it could have occurred, it would have occurred for you by now. But if you're just talking about your singular double spiral cross strand helix DNA, anything that is a high vibrational action, thought, or emotion helps to awaken and stimulate the high frequency versions of those cross strands.
All right. Thank you so much. Next question coming from We Are All in This Together. Is the 144,000 the potential frequency each avatar can hold to evolve to the next level or the Earth game?
Well, we're not sure. Your question doesn't make any sense to us, Masters, because the first thing is this. Your avatar costume has nothing to do with evolving your consciousness, okay? You are not your avatar costume, and it is not the determining factor of your level of consciousness. That's the truth. So you're basically asking us, what vibration does a cloud have to vibrate at to reach heaven? Okay? So that doesn't make any sense to us, what you're asking, okay? You work on raising your consciousness, and that gets you to the next level of consciousness, which will improve your physical existence and your physical experience here on the Earthship. And it's a natural process for your physical costume to respond to your elevated and expanded state of consciousness. That's the way we will explain, we believe, what you are trying to ask us.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And thank you for the question. We're all in this together. Stacy has a question. It's been a while, Casey. Excuse me, Stacy. It's been a while since we had one of your questions. So that's Stacy's question. Julius, thank you for the question. Julius, can you please talk about the portals being opened through the CERN in Geneva, in Europe, and other government programs? Thank you, sending love.
So they're messing with timelines more than anything, Master. That's really what they use CERN for. So they use it, they've always used it for manipulation, for control, and to defer advancement anytime a timeline is showing here that it is advancing in consciousness. So they direct the CERN frequencies basically to mix up and make very, very confusing the direction of the way a timeline is playing itself out. So basically, it's kind of like scrambling eggs. That's what they are normally doing with CERN. Another byproduct of CERN, every time they point it and work and scramble up the timelines, is portals to other dimensions are created. It's kind of like a fallout during a war. So there's more and more and more portals that are constantly being opened through the irresponsible actions of using CERN to manipulate the timelines. But using CERN to manipulate timelines is completely irresponsible also. There's no numerical count that we could even describe to you, because portals have portals within portals and have portals within portals. Okay, so there's a no count aspect to your question, but it definitively is happening. We wouldn't say that you could describe that action as something that is good or bad, but it definitively does not help with consistent knowing and consistent flow of energy. It definitely throws a chaotic and a very need to repair and rebound aspect of frequency that wants to flow consistently and evenly with each other.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I have so many questions today. It's amazing. Thank you so much. Again, those questions, I always say the same thing, and it's true. I mean, we think that everything has been asked for, and it's not true. There's always so amazing questions additional. So, Mr. Or Begdat Fakar has a lot of questions here. I'm going to choose one of them, okay, with your permission. And the one I'm going to do, which I think it's never been asked in our show, is how do you undo and accidental manifestations? That's a great question.
You
How do you
can't,
undo?
Master. You
Yeah.
can't undo thought and you can't undo emotion. That's why we say you need to be very mindful of your application. You cannot undo it. There's no such thing as undoing a thought or an emotion. That's what we will tell you.
Thank you so much. And then Robin Azima has a question. Robin says, does all aspects of self in timelines have to come together in the same higher consciousness to move into ascension process?
No, Master, you don't ascend as one essence. You're a fractal. Okay. So you are simultaneously all frequencies, always. That's the purpose of all frequencies, is to demonstrate the potential and possibility of source. You will never come together as one singular essence of energy. That is a false teaching.
Okay, wonderful. All right. Thank you so much. Next question from Deline. Nice to see you again, Deline. I've heard Julius say, when you leave the earth plane, you go right into the next thought. But is there any type of universal knowing or truths shown once you've left the third dimension?
Master, you create your realities as you go with your thought and emotion. So you go right to where you intend to go, just like you did when you came here. Nothing is real. Everything is a holographic projection of your perception. So you are creating it the whole time.
All right. Okay. So then we have Princess of Light, who's asking me, please, Angel, do not forget. Her question has been in the mailbox for 2 weeks. Okay. So right now, that cannot happen. That's impossible. Okay. So no, the reason why this happens, I mean, the audience knows this, and again, we appreciate the audience a lot, is because we have so many questions live, so many that it's difficult, and we always also every single show we have new audience and new audience and new audience. So we try to be, respectful with everybody, and we try to prioritize the people that came to the show to see the show live, but we do not forget the questions. All the questions are kept somewhere. And right now, okay, right now I'm going to ask the question from Princesa de Luz. Okay, so please, Light Princess, if that's not the question, just let me know. All right, so this is Julius. Would it be a good idea to live our heaven within an eco village created to suit our conscience, or rather, are we called to shed light in the darkness of the dense world?
Well, Master, you're doing all of it. Okay. So here's what we want to tell you. You can't think of anything new while you're an embodied being. Just the fact that you're asking us those questions means they already exist simultaneously. Okay. Your brain does not create thought. It processes thought that already is somewhere. So it's never a question of whether you should do this or should do that. The fact that you can even conjure up two shoulds means that there are two ises occurring. And every isness aspect of you, Master, leads to the knowing that you are source. And so every isness is as valuable as any other.
All right. Fair enough. Okay. Again, there's so many questions today. It's just crazy. Hold on a second. Level of consciousness. Okay, 1 second. Oh my God. All right. Okay. All right. Let me see. sending us love. Stacy, love back to you. Thank you so much. All right. So, I mean, I think we've never had as many questions as in this show, Casey, to be honest. All right. So the one from Princess of Light has been done. Then let's go for someone else that has not asked any question today. Oh, Marianne here. Marianne Geddes is saying, do instruments tuned to 432 hertz have a more healing frequency as opposed to those tuned to 440 hertz?
No, we wouldn't necessarily support that as a truth. Excuse us. Each frequency does have a different effect on the 7 energy bodies that you are projecting, as well as the intercellular structure of your physical embodiment based on what's going on health-wise with your embodiment. What we can tell you is that the information that you have been hearing about for so long is not accurate. We're going to support that the higher the frequency, the higher the beneficial effects to assist you along your journey of consciousness. But if you are not ready for those frequencies, then the lower frequencies are very, very useful for you. It's kind of like, is it beneficial to walk on the stepping stones or walk on a ladder or take an elevator? All depends on where you are. But what we can tell you is this: the 440 frequency that they have been putting out for so long is a frequency that they can attach programming to very easily. That's what we will tell you about that frequency.
All right. Fair enough. Let's go to the next question that's going to be from Charity Thornton. Okay. All right. Let me make sure. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Julius, what level of consciousness is Sadhguru? Is he an ascended master? I enjoy his books and teachings like yours. Also, what's your thoughts on the Yoga Sutras?
Well, I think the Yoga Sutras are lovely. I think that anything that brings your focus into the moment of now is useful along for your conscious journey. Master, it is not for us to speak to you about the level of consciousness of any other being. What we would encourage you to do is to work on your level 7 and to be following all aspects that will lead you into knowing that you are pure source energy, that there is nobody better or worse than you, nobody higher or lower than you, for you are all of that energy frequency. And if there are any teachers that lead you into a polarized version of judgment or opinion, that is a low frequency teaching. And that's what we want you to pay attention to with that person's teachings. And that's what we will tell you about that.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much. We are already after half of the show, which means that we're going to talk about the special that we have today. We always have a special. By the way, you have realized obviously that there's a QR code at the top left corner of the screen. Why is that? As every single week we have a special this week, and this week the special is this week's special is personal readings, as you know, and we have had several testimonials from several members of our audience that shared their experience about the personal readings that they have had with Julius. And we have this special this week. So for everybody that has been listening to those incredible testimonials from the members of the audience throughout the last shows, that have been many of them, this is for you. This is the time for you to sign up for them and have them, because this is a promo for this week, okay? All right, so while Kasey tells us about the personal readings, as we always do, I'm going to show exactly when you click on this personal reading QR code where you are going to be taken to. And it's here. Let me eliminate this question. Okay, wonderful. This is the place where you will be taken to. Okay. All right. Well, so please go ahead, Kasey. Explain exactly what is a reading, what is it for, what to expect when someone gets a personal reading. What's the experience going to be like, Kasey?
Yeah, well, we have been able to take the concept of personal sessions and readings, I believe, to a great variation offering for everybody. You can have just a singular question answered. That's an option where you would actually send your question in, and then I will record back to you an answer from Julius. You'll usually get about a 10-minute recording per answer. And that's a really great option for somebody who might be limited on their resources as to what they want to spend for a reading, or literally may only have one question that's burning in their head. So that's one option. We also offer a 30-minute session, and we also offer a 1-hour session with Julius. But Julius will not sugarcoat things for you. They will really give you your information that is very useful for you. We have people that have reading sessions that will talk to Julius about very specifics in their lives, and Julius is actually able to provide information that is very applicable for you. That's what we really love about Julius, because they have been human and they understand that instead of just etheric word salad that leaves you wondering at the end of the session, I don't even know what they just said, and I don't know how that applies to me. This is really boots on the ground, hands-on useful information from Julius. That's what I can tell you. But be ready to be hit with a fire hose when you have a personal session with Julius. You are always provided a recording with your session for your usefulness of however many times you want to re-listen. And we highly recommend you save your reading session, and you can listen to it again and again and again, years down the road for your usage. But the other thing I want to always tell everybody is this. If you are looking for a prediction, this is not the reading for you. Julius does not do predictions. They will always support that you are the creator of your universe and your reality. They can help guide you to create the life that you are looking to create. They can help you do that. And we always try to help encourage everybody to make your session about you. Okay, we know sometimes people have a tendency to want to know about this person or that person or what's going on. Julius will never invade another person's personal life or consciousness. They're not going to divulge information to you about somebody else's integrity, somebody else's morality, and things like that. So they're very, very mindful of honoring other souls. So just keep that in mind. If you don't want to come to Julius and find out if somebody's cheating on somebody, they're not going to answer that question for you. They're always going to loop it back to what you can be doing to support yourself and love yourself in and out of a creative situation. That's generally how Julius works. So I always say, if you're going to take the time to ask Julius questions, which is like asking your own higher self versions of questions, what would you ask? What would you ask? And they're not going to give you lottery numbers either. But it's a crazy, crazy, crazy experience. It is an ongoingness of useful information, and it is always a whole lot of fun and my deepest pleasure to be able to provide that for you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for the explanation. I think that it's very clear right now. The most important word is fun. It's fun. It's fun. And again, every time we talk about this, there's always members of the audience saying, absolutely, I had it and it was really, really, really fun. Okay, so okay, let's go. Okay, we have Lexi Marie. I think we haven't yeah, well, actually, we have a testimonial right here from Greg saying readings with Julius are life changing. Readings with Julius are life changing. And we have the Lynn saying thank you. And we have Marianne saying thank you as well. All right. Okay. And then we had Robin saying, wow, I had that feeling. RE frequency. All right. Okay. Amazing. How many? Okay. So many questions. And Mama will say, I love what you just said about contemplating and isness. That was great. Absolutely. And then the Princess of Light. Thank you, Kasey, for your answer and your pretty smile. Absolutely. It couldn't be otherwise. All right. Okay. So let's go to the next question that probably is from, let me see. Again, we have so many questions. Let me ask this. It was this question I wanted to ask from, Hold on a second, just 1 second. Sorry, that's the issue when you have so many, and I try to make sure that everybody gets the opportunity. It's asking, Beghdad is asking, why do I get dark flashes? Why do I get dark flashes?
Well, we would need more specifics, Master, as far as what you're talking about. Are you talking about in your wakened state? Are you talking about your evening sleep state? Are you talking about out of the sides of your eye? Are you talking about frontal view vision, black splotches? So there could be many answers to your question. What we can tell you is that you could be experiencing thought entering into your frequency field. That's what we will say.
Excellent. I have a question from Mama Wales. I heard Julius say that Saint Germain, I think that was last week's question, actually. I think that was exactly, has not had a human incarnation. I heard Julius say that Saint Germain has not had a human incarnation. Is he angelic? Literature seems scarce. Can you expand a little bit on who Saint Germain is?
It is so, masters. You do not become an angel after you have been human. You become a guide or an ascended master after the human experience. So angels exist before the human experience. Doesn't really matter. It's okay. It's just a version of energy. The truth is still this: any version is not really real. Every sentient is source. It is source fractalized into an aspect. They will write Saint Germain goodness and hold somebody into only a singular physical embodiment, and that projects out so much limitation of understanding as to all that we are. Can you imagine being frozen in all of existence into one physical embodiment that you've ever chosen? Oh yeah, wait, that would be religion, right? Sorry, did we just say that? Okay. Anyway, we will tell you that Saint Germain is a sentient being that has not had a human experience yet. That's what we will tell you.
All right. Thank you so much. And now this question from Lexi Marie. Nice to see you here again, Lexi Marie. And the question is, hello, Julius. Thank you for being here with us, of course. My question today is about Eckhart Tolle. I was wondering if he is a high frequency being. Thank you. Sending you divine light and divine love and light.
Depends on what you consider to be high frequency, Master. That answers your question. We will not declare what a level of consciousness another being is. We will tell you that our perception of division between low consciousness and high consciousness is levels 1 through 3. We consider to be low consciousness. Levels 5 and 6 we declare to be high consciousness. We would not put him in levels 5 and 6 in our categorical perception.
All right. Thank you so much. Next question is going to be Stacy Savage. The question is, any specifics on how to best practice electroculture in gardening? Thank you.
Yeah, great question, Master. So here's what's really amazing. Everything that comes from the earth holds and houses electrical current. Everything that comes from the earthship holds and houses electrical current. It is so true. It is so true. Besides the obvious of metals, such as copper and gold and silver, which are amazing electrical conduits, we always highly recommend that you charge your gardens with crystals. Highly recommend it. They're going to amplify your structural system of your soil. They're going to amplify the way the nutrients are absorbed in the plants. And they're literally going to communicate your thoughts even more efficiently to your garden as well. We actually also recommend that you can grind selenite into your soil. It's amazing. It will clear the toxicities out of your soil. It will help to assist with all of the chemtrails that are dumping in the soil and into the water system. And you can also instill magnets on the corners of your gardening system as well to project a protective field against toxicities.
All right. Fair enough. Let's go to the next question. And the next question is going to be from We are all in this together. Let me see. Will we still have elections after this one according to the current probabilities?
You don't have elections. You have selections. That's the answer to that question.
All right. Fair enough. Understood. Question from Hilda B. What determines which fractals of us we perceive to be part of our individual soul journey as parallel or past lifetimes? That's her question. What determines which fractals of us we perceive to be part of our individual soul journey as parallel or past lifetimes? And then there's a follow-up question saying, what determines which traumas of fractals of us impact our energy field?
Well, so Master, all of the fractals are you, collective as source. Your singular and separate perception is your altered ego and programming. That's how that works. So you surrender your sovereignty when you choose to absorb a program, in which case you will feel singular and separate. That's what we will tell you. Okay. Trauma is also a perception. It is a choice. It is a chosen perception that keeps you in a limited space. And all energy is connected. But trauma is a very, very low frequency. So if you take your consciousness into a high frequency state, the trauma from the other versions of your own self will not affect you.
All right. Thank you so much. Let me keep on skipping those questions. Yeah, actually, Robin is asking something that you already said, but just in case, any particular type of crystals for garden is better?
Well, the quartz are wonderful. The quartz are wonderful. You can't go wrong with quartz crystals, and quartz include, anything. There's many colorations of quartz crystals. Okay, selenite is an amplifier and a cleanser. It's an amplifier and a cleanser. Quartz is an amplifier as well. Okay, but it also depends on your soil conditions, your elevation, and where you are around the country. These are things that you could get information on, but you cannot go wrong with quartz. Just realize this: if you put any colored version of a quartz outside, it's going to fade and it will go into a clear quartz application, which is fine because you can still get an amazing energy coming off of it. If you're going to use colored quartz, you want to bury them down in the soil so that the sun is not bleaching them out, or you can use them in covered situations where you are not putting the sun on top of them.
Excellent. Thank you so much. The next question from Judy McDonald. Julius, you have said that our timelines have been interfered with and changed.
Mm-hmm.
Does this mean that our human history in this third dimension is so untrue?
Master, you don't have history. You have concurrent occurrences. And they are always changing and evolving because they're not done. You don't have any time period that's done and over. Everything is living and breathing in the current moment of now. You just don't have the ability at this point with your brain to be tapping into that truth. And you've bought into the programming of previous and next. And therefore, worse than that, bought into the programming of what has been written into the program for you to accept as previous. It's just a program. So there is no set history any more that there's anything set about all that you are, Master. You must feel your way through truth. But let us tell you this: you are source. You are source. It is the thing for you to fully accept, fully know, fully experience, and fully expand. Anything that has been written in what you call your history books is a false program that has been put out by those governing the realm to keep you from knowing all that you are, and to mostly keep you in the perception of previous and next and separate and singular.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Let's go for a question from Darlene. The question is, I've heard Julius say when you leave this earth plane, you go right into your next thought. But is there any type of universal knowing or truths shown once you've left the third dimension?
Yes. So we said that you are creating your experience as you go, Master. You are creating. Now, having said that, there are planes and realms that exist out there, but you are not, you don't have anything outside of you determining that for you. Not any more than what you're determining as your experience here. Everything is created in your thought and your emotion.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so I have a question from Cherry D. Thornton. Julius, I have been grounding and pounding in the earth since you gave us that information. What else can we do to make sure our timelines are hijacked?
Uh,
Sending love and light to everyone here today.
Yeah, do everything that you can, Master, to keep your soul in alignment. You want to take very good care of your physical body. You want to take very, very, very good care of your thoughts and your emotions. You don't want to be falling into fear. Anytime you fall into fear, your soul goes out of alignment. So you want to, and that's when you're susceptible to bumping, to timeline bumping or extractions. If you keep yourself in joy, you keep yourself in positivity, you keep yourself in radiant frequency health, and you keep yourself grounded, you're going to be safe. Basically, Master, be aware. Just be aware. You get bumped when you're not paying attention.
All right, thank you so much. And what is going to be right now the last question of the show? Let me see if there are more questions coming in. Angel, do you have a question for Julius? That's what Greg Neyman is asking me. Do I have a question for Julius? I don't know, Greg. That's a great question. It's a great question to be asked if I have a question for Julius. I don't know if I have a question for Julius. Maybe not right now. I'm so into the, today, I have to say, today it's a fun day for many reasons, but also because there's so many questions here and we just love to serve our audience. We just love to give those experiences and access to this knowledge to our audience. So today I'm completely into that, but I appreciate your question. As you know, sometimes I do have questions that come up as a follow-up idea that comes to my mind, or from questions that someone else has asked. But right now I don't have any, so I just was focusing on the last question for the show. But thank you so much, Greg, for interjecting. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so the last question then for today is going to be. It's going to be from. Oh yeah, I really like this question too. Are we controlling our own avatars in a quantum computer Earth dream simulation?
Master, you are source. You are not a computer simulation. That's what we will tell you. Are there computer aspects, simulation aspects going on around you? Yes. But you get to choose whether you're going to concede and buy into that form of dictatorship or not through your energy frequency and through your agreement as to whether you choose to do so or not.
All right, and that was the last question. The last question, the last comment, Robin Azima. Thank you, Angel. You're so patient. It was a great show. Oh, thank you, thank you. I try to be. Yeah, I really like to be patient. And well, I mean, something else I wanted to say. By the way, we've reached. Yeah, as you know, the powers that be sometimes they decide to cut, temporarily our media outlets out there. You know that, of course. So when that happens, unfortunately, obviously, members of the audience start looking. Hey, where can we watch the live show because we lost our, we lost the outlet through which we used to watch the show. So I have to say that I'm really, really appreciative and grateful for the people that have been looking for places until they have found them. So today, I have to say that we are back to the numbers we were like 3 or 4 shows ago when they decided to cut, actually, and to restrict one of our media outlets, but that is still actually restricted. So, but regardless, what I wanted to say is thank you. Thank you for always looking for ways to be with us, for ways to be listening to others' questions and to be asking questions to Julius. We really appreciate you guys. And, it was an incredible show again. Okay. And Greg says, thank you, everyone. Absolutely. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And it's the time for me to grow back up here. Exactly. Here I am. And, it's been another show, another brick in the wall, like our friends would say, and like the song says, and the song goes. Any final remarks, My dear Kasey.
We're still in some very strange energy, everybody. We think everybody's really feeling it. Seems like there's a lot of upheaval going on in people's lives. There's a lot of weird stalling going on in people's lives, a lot of uncertainty out there. Focus on love, focus on possibility, focus on magnificent. Try your hardest to keep yourself from reacting in anything that's going on around you from fear. Now, I know it's hard. I know it's hard. If you find yourself reacting and you know how you feel when you do, try to neutralize it by quickly thinking about something that you're grateful for. Quickly neutralize it by thinking of something that you're grateful for. You'll neutralize that fear-based energy. That'll usually give you enough time to gather your thoughts, gather your emotions, and be able to project in a higher frequency field of love. And that's always where your solutions are. Always where your solutions are. We want to thank all of you for, spending your time with us, right? Spending your time with us, sharing your thoughts with us. We can't convey our appreciation to you enough. Please go check out the new website, channelingjulius.com. We just can't wait to interact with you and to get a glimpse back at you next week, right?
Absolutely. And that was the show number 74. 74 shows of the Ask Julius Show. How many hundreds of questions? How many? Probably above 1,000 already. Amazing questions. Thank you all for being with us again and again and again and again. There's always new questions. There's always new wisdom. There's always new earthships. There's always new, realities that we help you create. And remember, we have this QR code at the top left corner of the screen for you to scan and go directly to the place where you can actually start signing up for the personal readings with Julius. All right, so thank you. Let me just share the final comments from the audience. Karen T, thank you for this session and all the questions. Also, Angel Wings Amanda, thank you for yet another wonderful episode. It's an amazing show. So much love to you and all, and thank you to Kasey, Julius, and Angel Amanda. Absolutely. All right, so I'm going to be basically playing the last video of the show, which is the outro show. Okay, remember, if you have any questions, send the question to support@channelingjulius.com. Support@channelingjulius.com. That's the place where you will find everything that you need, every single question, every single answer that you need. Our production team behind the scenes is always looking to help you. All right, so again, we love you guys. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for being so persistent and so patient. And here we go. See you next week. Bye-bye.